Hey, welcome to Dr. Scott's Maths Made Simple. Tonight we're doing multiplication. That's a very big word. It's the biggest word I know, apart from wheelbarrow. So we're just doing multiplying tonight. We're going to try and keep it simple, quick and to the point. Okay? We multiply two numbers together, we get another number. So 7 times 5 equals 35. 4 times 2 equals 8. That's multiplying, simple multiplication. Now, you might think, well, Dr. Scott, you've told us everything we need to know now. We can go away and do multiplying. Well, thing is though, with mathematics, it can always get more difficult. So, if I sort of said to you, let's see now, what about if I said 76 times 14, what does that equal? Well, that's a little bit awkward, isn't it? A little bit harder to do. So we have a different way of working it out by longhand. Now I know you've got calculators and stuff, or most people have, and we can click away on the calculator and get the answer. But it's always good to know that if you're lost somewhere and you don't have a calculator and you need to work it out, well, you can work it out. So what I'm going to do is make it a bit more interesting. Let's just say you were earning $76 every day. And you were earning that for 7 weeks. 7 weeks equals 49. 7 times 7 weeks, 7 days in a week, that equals 49 days, okay? Let's say you're earning $76 every day for 49 days, okay? And you want to know, well, if I earn $76 every day for 49 days, well, how much money am I going to end up with at the end? You know, that brings some interest into it, really. We can sort of gloat over what we're earning. So we do it a different way. Instead of doing a line along there, because it would take me and most other people a long time to be able to try and figure that out in our heads. We can do it. Most people can do it eventually, maybe. A lot of people probably can't do it. But there's an easier way of doing it, and I'll show you. So 76 times 49, what we do is we put the numbers under each other. I'll show you what I mean. So we say 76 times 49 equals. So we draw a line under there, and because we've got two numbers in each, I'm going to do 2 lines under there, and then I'm going to do a final line under here with a double line, just to make things simple and complicated. Okay, so what we do, 76 times 49, we multiply 9 by 6. So 9 times 6 is 54. And this is what I said to you last time. It's a good idea to learn some of your times tables because it really does make life easier. So 6 9s or 9 6s are 54. So we put down the last number. So 54. There's the 4. And the 5 goes up here. 9 6s are 54. There's the 4 and there's the 5. Then we go to 9 times 7. 9 times 7 is 63, and we add this one. 63 plus 5 is 68. So because we're finished with this number now, we've done that one and that one, with no more numbers to come, we can actually just write that number down. So 9 times 7 is 63, plus 5 is 68. So we can write 68 there. Now we're going to do the 4. So we've done the 9 6s, 9 7s, we've worked it all out. Now we're going to do the 4. But because the 4 is up 1, it's in the 10 column, not the 1 column. So not the 1s, but the 10s. We put a 0 here to begin with. It's just what we do. So multiply now 4 times 6. 4 6s are 24. And so the 4 goes there and the 2 gets carried up here. We get rid of that so we don't get confused. We're going to put a 2 there. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 2 is 30. So we've got 684 and 3040. And what we do, we add these two numbers together. So 4 plus 0 is 4. Remember the addition or the adding video I did? 8 plus 4 is 12. So the 2 goes there and the 1 goes up here. 0 plus 6 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 3 plus nothing is 3. So there's your answer, 3,724. That's the answer to 76 times 49. So that's how much money you'd earn after 49 days if you're earning $76 every day. Try not to get confused by it. It's a sort of a simple thing. You just keep following the same method each time. So what is 245 times 417? Now that's something I could probably never do in my head, as hard as I tried. I could sit here till the cows come home, but I won't. So let's do some lines under this. So because we've got the biggest number is 3 long now, they're both 3 digits long. So we go, there are 3 lines underneath. So three rows if you like, 1, 2, 3. And then at the end, we have an answer. And I do a double line just to show that's the actual answer. So same deal, 7 5s are 35. And we carry the 3. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 3 is 31. So we put the 1 down, and the 3 goes up here. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 3 is 17. So we've got 17. Now we're going to do this. We've done the 7, now we're going to do the 1. Now don't forget we've got to put a 0 down here because we're in the tens column now. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 4 is 4. And 1 times 2 is 2. Great, that was easy. The ones are easy. Now we're going to do the final column. Now we're in the hundreds column. So we have to put down 2 zeros at the front, just like that. Now 4 times 5 is 20. So 2 0. So the 0 goes here, and we'll cross out that 3 and we'll put a 2 so we don't get confused. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 2 is 18. So the 8 goes here, and the 1 goes up here, and we'll cross out the 3. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. It's important to remember that we're multiplying, and then the little number we carried, we add it. We don't multiply again. So it's 4 times 2 plus 1, which is 9. Now, we've got our 3 lots of numbers. We're finished multiplying. Let's add them up. So 0 plus 0 is 5. 0 plus 0 plus 5 equals 5. 1 plus 5 plus 0 is 6. 4 plus 7 plus 0. So 4 plus 7 is 11 and 0 is 11. We put down the 1 and we carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 8 is 11. Plus 1 is 12. So the 2 goes down, the 1 gets carried. 1 plus 9 is 10. And that's the end, so we can put the whole number down. So our answer is actually, if you do it on your calculators, you'll find that 245 times 417 equals 102,165. That's the real answer. So we can actually do it without a calculator. It's a little bit tedious, but it works every time. I'll just show you one more thing with basic multiplication. Sometimes there are decimals, and that can be a bit of a nuisance. So 2.7 times 4.6. Now what are we going to do here? So what we do, we've got 2 numbers. The biggest number is 2 digits, is comprised of 2 digits, so we just have 2 lines underneath, and then we have a third line for our answer. And just for the time being, just pretend the decimal points aren't there. Okay, let's just multiply 27 times 46. 6 times 7 is 42. So 2 goes there, the 4 goes there. 6 2s are 12, plus 4 is 16. Great. Now we've got to put a 0 here because we've moved up a column. So we put a 0 there. 4 times 7 is 28. So we put the 8 there, and we'll put the 2 up here. We'll cross that 4 out. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. Now when we add these up, 2 plus 0 is 2, 6 plus 8 is 14, carry the 1, 1 plus 0 plus 1, so 1 plus 1 is 2, and then we have a 1 by itself, that's 1. Now, the trick is, how many decimal points did we have? In this one, we had 1 decimal point, and in this one, we had 1 decimal point. So we go back, we move the decimal point along 2. There's 1 here and there's 1 here. So from there to there, so the actual answer is 12.42. That's the actual answer. So the number of decimal points you have determines how far along the decimal point goes in your final answer. That's one way of doing it. So 2.7 times 4.6 is 12.42. I'll just say 2 little tricks with multiplying or dividing, which is sort of the same. If I said to you, what's 25 times 25? So any number ending in 5, you can figure it out without using a calculator. Well, not any number, but most of the smaller numbers. So I know that's 625. But I have a trick with anything that ends in 5 and is being squared by itself. I know it's going to end in 25, and 2 times the number above it, which is 3, 2 times 3 is 6. The answer is 625. Let me show you again. What's 75 times 75? Well, add equals, I know there's going to be 25 at the end, because it's 75 by 75, and 7 times 8 is 56. 7 8s are 56. That's the answer. 5,625. You can even go up further, such as 115 times 115 equals, well, it'll be 25 at the end, and 11 times 12, because you've learnt your times tables, it's really easy, is 132. 11 times 12 is 132. So the answer is 13,225. And I'm not using a calculator, I can just do it. It's just a little trick you can do with numbers ending in 5 that are squared. And the final thing is a number divisible by 3? You may already know this, but if you have a number 257, does 3 go into that number? Well, quick way of working it out is to add up the numbers. So you add the 2 plus 5 plus 7. 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 plus 7 is 14. Is 14 divisible by 3? No, it's not. So therefore, 257 is not divisible by 3. What about the number, finally, 564? Does 3 go into that? Well, 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 plus 4 is 15. Does 3 go into 15? Yes, it does. 5 3s are 15. So therefore, 564 is evenly divisible by 3. Just a little trick for knowing if something's divisible by 3. And don't forget, a lot of the stars you see in the sky at night, or some of them, they're not there anymore. They're thousands of light years away, and the light has taken thousands of years to get here. By the time it reaches us and we can see the star that we're looking at, it's gone. Which is really interesting to me, that we're looking up at stars that don't exist anymore. That's enough from me. I hope it helped you a little bit with multiplication. If you wish to like and subscribe, that'd be great. and I'll see you next time. Thank you.